Mike, you talked about this before the opener. You were just talking about kind of the goals for the season, and you want to see all these young studs that you made trades for last year just get better. So the C.J. Abrams and the Lane Thomases and guys like that, and obviously on the mound JoJo and Mackenzie Gore and Ruiz behind the plate. So just through the spring, how did you like their development? If you can talk about that.
Yeah, I think from the end of the season last year to opening day here on Monday, I think they've come a long way. I think you've seen JoJo made an all-star team, pitched throughout the season. Gray made pitched more innings and more starts than he ever has as a professional. Ruiz, after a solid offensive year this year, really. We put the onus on him focusing on his defense along with his offense. So I think that those guys have come a long way. They're exciting to watch when you see a major league infield of Ruiz and catching and Lipscomb and Abrams and Garcia and then Nunez is your backup, and you got Lane Thomas in the outfield, and what's in the minor leagues with Wood and Cruz and Green and Hassel and that group of guys. I think it's it's exciting for the fans to watch. I know I get fired up about it. When you look at it, you've got 5 players under 25 years old, as position players, and a couple of pitchers that are very, very young in the big leagues and knocking on the door in the big leagues. So that's what we're trying to accomplish this year, for those guys to implement themselves as core guys on a championship roster in the very near future. So I think that they all made strides. Big year this year for them to make another step forward, and then I think you're really can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and you're going the right way.
So I think everybody is on board. Sort of, they understand what you're doing, right? And everyone knows how respected Mike is. But we also know that progress is not always perfectly linear, right? There are ups and downs. And I preface this by saying, because the total, I know you don't care about these kinds of things, but I'm just curious what your take is on it. The win total projection for the Nats this year is actually lower than what you won last year. And I didn't understand that. I mean, I know that progress is not always perfectly linear, but I feel like you got more and more young players. You're getting better and better. Can you make any sense of that? Is that okay with you? Like if you actually lost a few more games than you did, because that's ultimately not the goal. The goal is, like you say, developing your core players. Like, I don't know. Talk me through that a little bit.
Well, the goal is to win games. It's always our goal, and we want to win as many games as we can. But to me, I never accepted the fact that 71 wins last year, even though we came from 55, was a successful season. To me, 71 and 90 when we were in last place, that's not a successful season.
Right.
It's a season going in the right direction,
right?
But nonetheless, it's not successful. So we're looking to get to the point where our targets are 90 wins, 91 wins, like they were for a decade, a few years back, and to get to that group, of players that gets us there, consistently, every year for a decade is our goal. And I think you see the building blocks of that starting to come, and that's adding to those young players, the players that are young and are already in the major leagues. I think that you could see the progress of it. But 71 wins or whatever we're projected to do by several of these different models is not the goal for us. The goal is to make the playoffs every year and to build a sustainable roster that we could do that and go for another 8-10 year run like we did before.